You're currently watching a clip that I took while I walked through Piedmont Triad International Airport in Greensboro, North Carolina. But this video is not going to be about what happened after I landed. No, this video is going to be about how we got there. So let's go back and take a look at our departure, en route, and arrival plans. The flight I was on was a quick one, which departed from Atlanta, Georgia, using the Dog 7 departure. There were no en route points, and the arrival procedure was the Brooks 3 into Greensboro, North Carolina. The aircraft was a Delta Airlines MD-88. I'm not exactly sure what our taxi route was, but eventually we were lined up for 9 left from taxiway Tango. In the top left, you'll find the airport diagram with the red plane marking approximately where the actual aircraft was. After lifting off, we had to switch from the airport diagram over to the departure diagram. Taking off from 9 left was a pretty straight shot to our first waypoint, the Lighthouse waypoint. Going into the clouds and then continuing for a little bit and popping out of the clouds, we passed Lighthouse and were on a straight shot to the Irwin waypoint, where we began a left turn and continued on our path. Continuing after a while from the Irwin waypoint, we reached the Dogs waypoint and did a very slight right turn to continue on course. Eventually we reached the Spartanburg Vortex, also known as SPA. Not only was this the end of the Dog 7 departure, this was the beginning of the Brook 3 arrival. We made a slight left turn to continue on our path. As we reached the Murphy intersection, the pilot made an announcement.
From the flight deck, we've got our initial descent into Greensboro. We're currently about 100 miles away from the airport. So should have you on the ground here in just about
Taking screenshots from the legs of the Brook 3 arrival that we were yet to complete, and adding those up, you can see we were actually about 113 miles out, so the pilot didn't lie. We must have been cleared to take a little shortcut because we turned early before the Brooks intersection to make our route a little bit shorter than it was already. All we had to do was make a very, very slight turn to the right, and we found ourselves back on tracks. Yeah, that's right. Passing the walk intersection, we got a couple vectors to line ourselves up with the runway, and from there it was a visual approach to land on runway 5 right.
Delta representatives making this flight that will be happy to assist you. On behalf of your entire crew, it has been our pleasure serving you today.
I personally think it is fascinating to see how this all works and to see the charts and the routes and how we are able to get millions and millions of flights safely across the US and the world each day. So if you guys want to see more videos of this type of stuff, let me know in the comment section. If not, let me know that as well. Guys, as always, have a great week, and I will see you guys next time.